we are talking about fish. So when it comes to animal proteins, it's really important to go for quality first. So I will start off by telling you about my top 3 when it comes to fish, what to look for. And then I'm going to talk about those on the naughty list, those to stay away from, and kind of give the why behind that. And then stay tuned till the end because I'm going to be sharing one of my quick and easy go-tos for fish on the fly that's actually really healthy for your body. It's a good snack solution. Hi, welcome if you're new to this channel. I'm Taylor Wessel, nutritionist of Tailored Health. And every week I pop on here to share a tip, tool, or technique that will help you be your healthiest self. So today we are talking about fish. So let's just jump right in there. What are the top 3 fish that I recommend? Well, my number 1 is salmon. Salmon is like the mega dose of omega-3s. It is notorious for being high in these anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, great for the brain, great for fighting aches, pains, arthritis, just keeping the body very lubricated. It's a special type of fatty acid that's really important for the nervous system. So salmon is my number 1. Cod is my number 2. It's not as high in those omega-3 fatty acids, but it does have some great minerals that are super important for the thyroid and adrenal glands and energy production. And then my 3rd is halibut. So these 3 fish are medium-sized and they are packed with nutrients, not only amino acids coming from protein, but also those omega-3s, which are great for the brain and fighting inflammation, and then vitamin D, which is so important when it comes to the mood, immune system, and just keeping your body and inflammation at bay. So you have salmon, cod, halibut. Those are my 3 go-tos, and you always want to make sure that you are looking for Alaskan, wild-caught, or Pacific fish. You want to avoid farmed fish as much as possible, and code word for that is Atlantic, big no-no. Faroe Island sounds fancy, but it's a no, it's a pass on that one. Also Norwegian, Scottish, these are all code word for farm salmon, where fish are crammed into small spaces and fed pellets of food that are not their natural diet. They're high in omega-6 inflammatory fatty acids. And besides just providing you with protein, they're providing you with a lot of crap ingredients because we're at the end of the food chain. So we are not just what we eat, but we are what we ate, what they ate, if that makes sense. Anyways, now you know the top 3. And so let's shift gears and talk about the fish to stay away from. So you want to try to avoid or just at least limit those bigger fish. So tuna, I know that's at the top of the list. You really want to limit your consumption to no more than 1 time per week, and especially raw tuna. So for everybody who's eating sushi on a regular basis, I would really try to pull back, especially on any kind of raw fish, because it does tend to harbor parasites, which we don't need any more of. So tuna, big fish, shark, swordfish, orange roughy, mackerel, these are all larger fish. And what happens is when they are larger, they've spent more time in the ocean. They're older fish and they've eaten all of the smaller fish and accumulated a lot of toxins throughout their lifetime. So when we're eating that fish, we're essentially eating all of those toxins as well. So limit your consumption of the big fish, also shellfish. So when we're talking about shrimp or mussels, clams, lobster, you really don't want to eat these all that often, although they are lower in calories and lower in fat and high in protein, so they might fit the macros. They are the bottom feeders and actually eat up the scum of the bottom of the ocean. Think about that for a minute. Yeah, not very appetizing. So really try to cut back on those as well. And just one other that I want you to be mindful of and try to avoid at all costs is tilapia. It's often coming from China or Taiwan or Vietnam, and oftentimes tilapia is not even actually tilapia. It's just some kind of other white fish that's lumped into this tilapia category. It's dirty, and it is one that's not very regulated, so you just don't know what you're getting with it. I would stay away at all costs. Catfish is another one, bottom feeder, try to stay away. So now that you know the top 3 fish to include in your diet, kind of how to source them, wild-caught, Alaskan, and Pacific, and some fish to avoid or at least cut back on in your diet, I want to share one of my favorite snack suggestions. So I like to keep on hand Wild Planet sockeye salmon in the can. This is super easy. I can throw this on top of salads, or what I like to do actually is mix this with a little bit of avocado oil mayo, and for the most part mustard. So use mustard as that mixing liquid, and then just a little bit of mayo to make it a little bit more creamy. And I'll mix that up with a little bit of Himalayan pink salt and black pepper and make sort of a little dip. And you can either do carrot sticks, celery sticks, and dip into that for a healthy suggestion, or what I like to do is in small, moderate amounts, just have some plantain chips and dip into that. It's a great snack. You're getting protein, you're getting some carbohydrates in there, great for keeping you balanced, and also getting those omega-3 fatty acids that are great for the brain. So try it out. I hope this helped you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it, and if you're interested in more tips like this, subscribe. Every week on Wednesdays, I'm coming to you with a tip that is hot, hot, hot.